never let go of Navigator, you have to get a hold of yourself. You're making a scene.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the least impressive or least memorable features from Pixar. For the record, we're not saying that these are bad movies, but rather that they pale in comparison to the studio's most acclaimed classics.
Arlo?
He'll get there.
Number 10, Finding Dory. As much as Finding Nemo fans love Dory, does she really have the star power to carry an entire movie on her own?
Hi, I'm Dory.
Where? Which way?
It went, this way. It went this way. Follow me.
Pixar decided to find out when they made Finding Dory, which features the forgetful Blue Tang on a quest to find her family.
Everyone has a family, and I may not remember their names and what they look like, and I may not even be able to ever find them again, but, what were we talking about?
While the film boasts a beautiful message about love and humanizing disability, the road there feels drawn out, like you're just floating endlessly through the ocean waiting for the good stuff. Not to mention, it feels like a retread of the first film with less emotion. While Finding Dory isn't at all bad, it kind of feels unnecessary, like the original flick was enough.
It's you! It's really you! Mom, you're actually here! I am. And Dad, so are you!
Right here, Cupcake.
Number 9, Luca. Imagine, if you will, Pixar's own take on The Little Mermaid, but without the heavy romance plot and starring two underwater creatures exploring the human world. We won't be the first to say that's essentially what you get with Luca.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Branzino. And also, I'm sorry. How's Mrs. Branzino?
Hi, Luca.
The imagery and scenery are stunning, and it feels like a simple, charming fairy tale. But maybe it's a little too simple. While it has a compelling story idea about social acceptance, it feels rather safe compared to the studio's other heavy hitters. Plus, things work out a little too conveniently.
They are the winners.
If you want a simple, sweet story, you'll likely enjoy Luca. But if you want something groundbreaking or revolutionary, then you're all washed up here.
It's over. The reign of terror. It's finally over!
Number 8, Onward.
You're not gonna get that thing working?
I think I've got it.
I'm gonna watch from over here for when it blows up.
Hello? Hello?
In a modern-aged mythical land where magic has vanished, two elf brothers overcome their differences on a journey to see their late father one last time. The chemistry between the siblings is endearing and the story is unique. However, the premise doesn't feel like it's used to its full potential, and the heartwarming moments are overshadowed by a whole lot of bizarre ones.
Polly! Forget it!
It worked! The can is huge!
Plus, at one point, they introduced the studio's first openly lesbian character, which is a huge step forward for Pixar, and yet they do nothing with her.
It's not easy being a new parent. My girlfriend's daughter got me pulling my hair out, okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we can let him go.
The fact that this film came out as the pandemic hit and movie theaters were taking a big hit didn't help at all. Number 7, Monsters University.
I'm welling up with tears. Now get off.
We love Mike and Sully's dynamic in the original Monsters, Inc., but do we really need to see an origin story? Apparently so, since Monsters University shows us how they met in college and how they struggle to prove their worth to their classmates and strict dean.
Careful, Mr. Sullivan. I was just warming up to you.
Sorry.
It has good values and its heart is in the right place, but it also retcons much about what we know about the characters and wraps it up with a predictable story. Plus, without the heavy emotional moments, how can anyone be invested in Mike and Sully's foe to friends arc when we know it ends with them being besties?
You don't have to be good. You can mess up over and over again, and the whole world loves you.
Mike.
Number 6, Brave. We all know Disney reigns supreme in the princess genre. However, in 2012, Pixar decided to throw its hat in the ring with Brave. This epic tale tells of Scottish warrior princess Merida and how she learns to make a better connection with her mother.
A princess must be knowledgeable about her kingdom. She doesn't doodle.
Who's transformed into a bear for most of the film. While the flick has plenty of fun moments and a good message, it gets a little oversaturated at times.
I am the queen. You listen to me.
Oh! This is so unfair!
Plus, it barely takes advantage of its Scottish mythology, and the way the story is wrapped up doesn't feel very satisfying. As sad as it sounds, we're not sure Merida fits in with the other Disney princesses, and neither is the studio itself.
Ach, lang me your lumrieke me a moose nail lee your gun away a teardrop in his eye. Hey, she back wee lassie?
Uh-huh. What did she just say?
We don't know. We can't understand her.
She's from the other studio.
Number 5, The Good Dinosaur.
Hello, Buck. got your eyes.
2015 gave us one of Pixar's very best with Inside Out. Wait a minute, wasn't there another Pixar flick released that year? Oh right, The Good Dinosaur also came out in 2015, and nobody really remembers it.
You're all set.
Can't I do something else, Mama?
Get going.
That's not because it's horrible. It's actually a charming flick with nice imagery, but the story doesn't hold much weight to it. It has an interesting concept where the dinosaurs didn't go extinct, and one befriends a human, but that's about as far as it goes. It ended up doing poorly in theaters, so it's understandable that this has become something of a forgotten chapter in the studio's library.
I blamed him for what happened to you, but it wasn't his fault.
Number 4, Elemental. When the trailer for Elemental first came out, the online response was mild at best.
She's not in love with him.
I'm not in love with you.
Knew it!
A lot of that might stem from poor marketing, but it was almost a box office flop until more folks started giving it a chance. The animation, as usual, is universally praised, but the actual story has garnered a very divisive response.
My dad was so angry.
While it has a very heartfelt allegory for immigration and emotional balance, the romance plot feels like it's been done to death. Add to it, the ending feels a little hastily resolved, and the elemental focus was unbalanced. The earth and air people are more like afterthoughts, with the fire and water people taking the spotlight.
I really do love it when your light does that.
Number 3, Cars 3. Honestly, the Cars series has always been considered the black sheep of Pixar's library. Thankfully, we can say Cars 3 is a big improvement over its predecessor. We'll get to that later.
Aha, laugh it up. Real fun.
It's a heartwarming tale that brings Lightning McQueen's journey full circle. However, compared to more groundbreaking narratives, many have pointed out that it seems like another generic sports narrative of the old geezer passing the torch to the younger generation.
You are a racer. Use that.
It's not made any better by the subpar antagonist and demolition derby scene that takes the story off track. If you weren't already invested in the Cars series, you probably won't miss much if you skip this one.
Good evening, Storm.
How did you...
Just back here dropping on your butt. Nothing to be concerned about.
Number 2, Lightyear.
The mission was unsuccessful?
Affirmative.
Remember Buzz Lightyear of Star Command? Don't worry, it seems Pixar forgot about it too, or at least didn't care about it, since they made a new Buzz Lightyear origin story.
Buzz Lightyear mission log, stardate 3901. Sensors have detected potential life forms on an uncharted planet, so we're making a detour to investigate.
While it's gorgeously animated as usual, we adore Socks the Robotic Cat, and Chris Evans does a good job as Buzz. The story feels very limited and takes itself too seriously. Not to mention, they took the evil Emperor out of Zurg and made him into a head-scratching paradox.
Robots can't quite say Buzz, so around here I'm just Zurg.
And apparently, this is what inspired Andy's love for Buzz Lightyear in the original movie? Honestly, we could have just stuck with the initial Star Command spin-off. At least you're guaranteed to have more fun there.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Cars 2.
Boy, these best friend greetings, they get longer every year.
You ready to have some serious fun?
Well, actually, I've got something to show you first.
Cars 2 has been so universally panned that even the creators seemingly try to retcon its existence from the franchise, and we can't say we blame them. For starters, Mater takes Lightning McQueen's spot as the lead character. While he's lovable in a supporting role, he doesn't have enough star power to carry a whole film. What's even worse is that it steers away from the studio's smart storytelling and instead settles for an obvious toy commercial wrapped in a clumsy attempt at a spy thriller.
Mater, just cut to the chase.
Okay, it's him.
What?
Not to mention, it raises way too many questions about how the world of Cars operates. Like, how can a tow truck eat wasabi?
Whatever you do not eat the free pistachio ice cream. It has turned.
What do you think was Pixar's less than stellar flick? Let us know in the comments.
No one realizes they're being fooled because they're too busy laughing at the fool.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.